Day trading looks exciting from the outside. You see people online talking about quick wins, fast profits, and making money from their laptop. They make it look so simple. Buy stock in the morning, sell it a few minutes or even a few hours later. Repeat the process, make money, and eventually replace your income. This is the dream that many beginners are actually sold. But here is the truth that most people only learn after losing money. Day trading is not as easy as it actually looks. For many everyday investors, it does not create financial freedom. It creates a lot of stress. It creates so much pressure. It creates emotional decisions. And it can turn the stock market into a full-time guessing game. Because when real money is moving up and down every few seconds, it becomes very hard to stay calm, logical, and disciplined. The biggest danger with day trading is that it feels so simple. You only need to do one thing right: buy low, sell high. But if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it successfully. The reality is very different. When you day trade, you are trying to make money from very short-term price movements. Then this means that you need to make fast decisions. You need to watch the charts constantly. You need to react quickly, and you need to control your emotions. And you need to be right so often enough to cover your losses, trading costs, taxes, and mistakes. That is a lot harder than it actually sounds. And here is something that most beginners do not think about. You are not just trading against other beginners. You may actually be trading against professional traders. You may also be trading against institutions. You may be trading against algorithms and automated systems that can react so much faster than a human being. These systems do not get tired. They don't panic. They don't second guess themselves. They do not revenge trade after a loss. But as humans, we do. And this is where real damage actually begins. One small loss can trigger so much frustration. Then you try to win it back. Then you take another trade that you should not have taken. Then you increase your risk. Suddenly, you're not now following a strategy anymore. You're now reacting emotionally. And when this happens, trading can quickly become gambling with a chart in front of you. Another major problem is often leverage. So many day traders use leverage because they're trying to turn a very small market movement into bigger profits. But leverage works both ways. Yes, it can increase the gains, but it can also increase the massive losses. And if you do not fully understand the risk, one bad trade can do serious damage to your account. Then of course, there is the time cost. Day trading can keep you glued to the screen, watching every candle pattern, watching every single movement. You're trying to wait for that perfect entry, the perfect exit, worrying whether it's right or wrong, trying to stay focused while the market moves against you. For people who want financial freedom, this can become the opposite of freedom. Instead of having more time, you're now chained to your charts, your screens. Instead of feeling more confident, you feel more anxious all the time. Instead of building wealth with a clear plan, you're now constantly reacting to short-term market noise. That is why so many beginners burn out. They start because they wanted more money, more freedom, more control, but they end up with far more stress, more confusion, and more emotional pressure. So what is the better approach? The answer is not to trade faster. The true answer is to trade far smarter. You don't need to sit in front of the screen all day long chasing tiny price movements. You don't need to risk your money trying to compete with the professionals and the algorithms. You don't need to turn investing and trading into a high-pressure game. What you do need is a clear process. A process of choosing stronger stocks. A process of understanding when to enter. A process of knowing when to exit. A process for managing your risk before your money is on the line. Because smart investing and trading is not about excitement. It is really about being disciplined, having that patience, all about risk management. It is really not all about knowing exactly what you're doing before you click buy. The goal is not to make random trades every day. The goal is to make far better decisions. So instead of asking, how can I make money today? The smarter question is this a financially strong company? Is this the right time to enter? What's my exit plan? How much am I willing to risk? What happens if the market turns against me? That is this mindset shift. You stop chasing fast profits. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop treating the market like a casino. And you start approaching it with structure, strategy, and confidence. Because real wealth is not usually built by making rush decisions every few minutes. It is really built by having a plan and sticking to it. This is exactly what we're going to be covering in our upcoming free live online stock market masterclass. In this masterclass, you are going to learn how to approach the stock market with far more structure, more confidence, and better risk management. You're going to discover how to prepare for market crashes, how to better time your entries and exits, how to identify financially strong stocks using key criteria. This is for you if you've ever thought about day trading because it looked like fast money. It's also for you if you're sick and tired of guessing what to buy. It is also for you if you want to build real wealth outside your job or your your business or even in retirement without sitting in front of charts all day long. And it is especially for you if you want to stop reacting emotionally and start making more informed investment and trading decisions. So before you become a day trader, before you risk your money chasing fast profits, before you let the stock market turn your financial goals into stress and frustration, register now for our free live online masterclass. Click the link in the description and reserve your free seat today, because financial freedom doesn't come from staring at charts all day long. It comes from knowing exactly what you're doing. I'll see you there.